Hello everyone and welcome to the hands-on demo on AWS Service Catalog. So in this demo, we will create IAM roles for Service Catalog. We'll create a Service Catalog portfolio. We'll create a product using CloudFormation template. We'll add the product to the portfolio. We'll grant access to end users. We'll test provisioning as an end user. We'll review provision products and governance. And finally, we'll clean up all the resources. So step 1, create IAM roles for Service Catalog. So I have logged into AWS Console Home. I am working in North Virginia, US East 1 region. So I'll search for IAM. Click on IAM. Go to roles. Create role. AWS Service. Search for catalog. Select Service Catalog. Click on Next. Then we'll add some permissions policies. So we'll add this Service Catalog admin full access. So copy the permissions policy name. Paste. So this is our first policy. Next permissions policy is power user access. Copy the permissions policy name. Paste. Select. Next. We have to provide a role name. So I call this Service Catalog Launch Role. So copy the role name, paste, and you can just review the trust policy, and there are two permissions policies which we have attached. Create role. So the role is created, you can view the role. So this was the step 1. Next we create a Service Catalog portfolio. So we'll go to the Service Catalog service. So search for Service Catalog. Click Service Catalog and open link in new tab. Next we'll create a portfolio. So you can go to the Service Catalog, Administration, Portfolios, and click on Create Portfolio. So you have fill up the information. So portfolio name is Development Environment Portfolio. So here under Administration, Portfolios, create portfolio, paste the name. You can provide a description. This is standardized development environments for engineering teams. So basically, as an administrator, I am creating pre-packaged products for engineering teams, and you can provide an owner name and click on create. So this has created the portfolio. So next we will create a CloudFormation template for the product. So this portfolio is created. Next is to have a CloudFormation template. So here you can create a file name development EC2 template and the contents. These are the contents. So it starts with the default template format version, and then it has some parameters, and there's a metadata information like parameters. So instance configuration. So instance type and key pair name. And this is the label, environment settings, environment name, instance type, EC2 instance type, SSH key pair, and environment name. So basically when end users request for this product, they have to choose these three information: the instance type, a name of SSH key pair, and environment name. And for the parameters, so for the instance type, they can choose, these are the allowed values: T2 micro, T2 small, T3 micro, and T3 small. So we are limiting what EC2 instance types they can choose. Next is the environment name. So this will have a name of default is the development, and in the form min length and max length we are able to control. Next is the key pair name. So when the product is launched, it will need a key pair, and they have to provide an existing EC2 key pair to enable SSH access. Next we have some mappings. So this is when they request for an EC2 or the product, and that is backed by an EC2. So what because end users will not be aware about this information, which Amazon machine image that will be launched. So I have just created a mapping saying that in US East 1, if they launch, this will be the AMI. If US West 1, this will be AMI. So you can provide a list of AMIs which they can launch, and in the form itself you can control if you want to enable certain regions. So you can just keep this set of regions and then the AMI that is corresponding to the region, because AMI is region specific. Next, we are creating the resources. So these are the resources when this CloudFormation provisions it will create. So it will create a security group, and the security group will have this security group rules. So this is basically a firewall. So it will allow TCP from 22 port and from this source IPs, and TCP on 80 and TCP on 443. So basically we are giving SSH access as well as we are setting up a web server. Then we are having some tags like name, what will be the name, and the environment name. So this is referring to it is doing a substitution of environment name from here development. Next, we have development instance. So this will be the one of the resources that will be created as part of CloudFormation template. So it will launch an EC2 instance, and it will attach the security group and the region, all those region map and all it will figure out, and it will add some name. This will be the name of the EC2 machine, and the environment, which will be development and managed by service catalog. And finally, when we launch the EC2, we are providing user data, and this will launch. It will install, and first we'll do a DNF update. It will install HTTPD Apache web server. Then it will enable the service, and it will just create a web page index.html in the default location. So I'll just show you here because that got wrapped up. So this is the actual script that will be run when the product got launched. Okay, next is these are the outputs that the end user will see. They will see instance ID, a public IP, and web URL. So they can click and go to the product. So next we create the product. So we have to go to product here, and so I'll just open this also in a new tab and click on create product. And this product type is CloudFormation. So you have other options as Terraform Cloud and external. And we have to provide a product name. So I'll just call it. So I'll just move it here because it's easier. So product name, product description. So pre-configured EC2 instance for development purposes with security group and web server. And owner, IT operations. And we will use a template file, and we'll choose file, and here this is the development EC2 template.yaml, which I have just gone through. So this is uploaded, and you can provide a version number. So I'll just call it V10, and no description, and you can provide the support if you want. So this is usually it's done in production environment. So who to contact in case of any issues, and what is the wiki to refer in case of any support questions. And that's all. You can click on create product. So the product is created successfully. Next is to add product to the portfolio and configure constraints. So next we will add the product to the portfolio. So we go to our portfolios page and click on the portfolio, and here add product to portfolio and select the only product that we have created. So it has successfully added the product to the portfolio. Next, we will add some launch constraints. So here on the portfolio page, you can go to the constraints tab and create constraint and choose. There's only one, and the constraint type is launch. So during launch, this constraint will be applicable. Others are notification, tag update, stack set, and template. So launch constraint, so you have to choose the IAM role. So select IAM role and service catalog launch role. So which role at the backend will have access to create those products? And I think just you have to click on, yep, create. And this has added the constraint. Next, we will give the access. So create and configure test user. So first we will create a test user and we'll give the access for this. So basically we are saying these users are allowed. So it can be a user or group who can request for this portfolio or the product. So now I will create a user. So I come to IAM and I'll just open this users in new tab and create a new user. So create user, service catalog, test user, and provide access to the user AWS management console. Create an IAM user and custom password. Just I'll give some password. And I can just unselect it so that I can save some time. And click on next. So I'll just say make it test user. Next we'll attach some policies directly to the user so that user can have access to the required permissions to request for the product or the portfolio. So first policy which is service catalog end user full access. So I am here and so select this. This is the first one. And there are two more which I have to add. So this was the first one and second one is S3 read only access. So second and third one AWS Cloud Formation read only access. Okay, click on next. So you can create a role also and attach, and through role based access control also you can give, but in this case I am just making it super simple and create user. So just keep this open. This is how we will log in and test. So this is the service catalog test user. Okay, now we will grant access to the user first. So user is created. Now if we go to the portfolio, right, and now here we have to give access. So grant access users and just select the test user and grant access. So as you have seen, the grant access have some options like groups, roles and users. We have directly given the access to the user. So that user can access to this product. So we have added the user. Next is to have, because this EC2 key pair is required as part of launching the product. So there must be a key pair which should be pre-existing. So here go to EC2 and we will create a key pair. So under network and security key pairs, create key pair and we'll call it dev key pair. So under network and security key pairs, create key pair and dev key pair and default option RSA. And this is I'm using Mac, so I'm using this, but if you're using Windows, it will be PPK. But anyway, we'll not use it. So I don't have to actually, but anyway, I'll save it. So I'll save it in the same folder. Okay. Next is, now we'll test the provisioning as end user. So this is the part where we'll test. So log in with end user and go to the service catalog console and request for development EC2 instance. So here, if you have, you can copy this sign in URL. I have opened the, can open Cognito mode. and only thing is I have to take the password, provide for paste the password, and my user is test user, and click on sign in. So you have logged on to the end user console, and now we will go to the service catalog and request for the access. So you can just search directly for service catalog, click on service catalog, and once you go there, you can go to the products and request for, select this and click on launch product. So you will be taken to the launch product screen. Okay. And here, click on products. Okay, so I have to change the region. So it was by default going to Europe, Stockholm. So that's why the product was not visible. So select the product, development EC2 instance, launch product, and you will see V10, and select the EC2 instance type, and you have to provide the product name. So this is controlled by the user what product name they want to keep. So I just call it my dev environment. And when you select the product, it will have different versions also, and this is the field that you have to enter. So here we can select one of the instance type, and this is how we control for the end users. And we have to provide a key pair name. So dev key pair, so it must pre-exist, and environment name. So default is development. This part can be changed by the user, and these are optionals. Manage tags and enable event notifications, and this is all, and we can click on launch product as an end user. So this will go ahead and launch the development EC2 instance for the engineering team, and this will install the Apache HTTPD web server. It will create the security group necessary. It will open the firewall 22 and the other two ports 80 and 443. You see this status is under change, and after some time, so this under resources, it will start creating this EC2 instance and the security group. You can see if I go to events, it will start creating the CloudFormation stack and successfully launched the my dev environment. You can view the events and outputs associated with the products below. So just close this, and now it's saying available, right? So these are the resources, create complete and events. So these are all the events succeeded and output and all. So you can get from here also, but outputs can be seen from here. So instance ID and public IP and web URL and the tags. So now you can just click this. So as an end user, web server is launched, and you will given a public IP and SSH access. So you can just click this and proceed. So because this is HTTP, so I just continue to site, and you can see development environment development. So you can see it's very fast. As an end user, I have a running web server. So for engineering team, you can just pre-package everything and give to them, and they can start working. They can request and they can get immediate access. So this was the whole point of service catalog. So we have done a end-to-end successful testing. So under change, and resources were there, events were there, and we could see the outputs, and we were able to go. So finally, we'll just clean up all the resources. So first is to terminate provision products. So as an end user, I can come here and I can click provision products, and so as an end user, it's myself, I can terminate if I don't need anymore. So I'll copy the field and terminate provision product. So this will start deleting it will trigger the CloudFormation once again, the CloudFormation stack, and whatever resources were attached, EC2, security groups, everything, it will get automatically deleted. So let it continue. So we have terminated the MyDev environment. Next, we will delete the portfolio. So I go to the portfolio screen and here, so I'm on the portfolios direct and click on delete. Click delete and this will start deleting. So okay, still has associated products. So what I have to do is I have to click this and remove. So we have to remove all the products from the portfolio. So it has removed. Now I can try deleting the portfolio. Okay, principals. So we have to remove the principals as well. So I come here and remove access. Okay, let me try once more. Okay, so the portfolio is deleted. Next is to delete the product itself. So I go to the product list and select the product and delete product. So as you can see, these portfolios and products are decoupled. So even though I deleted the portfolio, the product was there. So that could be added to different portfolios, or it can be part of multiple portfolios also. So it has deleted the product. So let me just refresh. Okay, product is also gone. We have deleted the portfolios and we have to remove all the access one by one, right? Next, we can delete the key pair. So I come to the key pairs and select the key pair, actions, delete. Meanwhile, I can just check the screen. Okay, so here also the environment is gone and so there nothing can be seen. Okay, we can just check out if EC2 instances also got terminated. So this is terminated. This is what got launched as part of user request. And we can delete the IAM role. So I come to service catalog launch role and click on delete. Okay, the launch role is deleted also. And finally, I can delete the IAM user because I don't need that user anymore. So I come here and I go to the user screen and delete the test user. Okay, I have to type in confirm. Okay, so the test user is also deleted. And that's all. Thanks for watching.